What's up, everybody? JBL Sports here with my sports betting picks video, college football edition. It is September the 8th, Friday. College football week number 2 is here. It's giveaway Friday. Let's get into it. All right, who is excited for another college football Saturday? I definitely am. We have a bunch of good games coming up. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I give out sports betting opinions in all sports all throughout the year. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and each and every time I put out a video. So what we do with college football is what's called a long shot parlay, and I have a big one for you guys, which we will get into. We'll go over last week's long shot parlay. We'll get into this week's long shot parlay. But before we do all that, it's giveaway Friday. Starting this week and throughout the football season, I'm going to be giving away some money. Just a fun way for me to give back. It's very, very simple. I've done it before. We did it for a little bit with baseball, and now we're going to do it for the whole football season. So we're going to start out with 25 is the goal. So if this video gets 25 combined likes and comments, then I will pick one random person in the comment section, and that person is going to win 25 bucks. It's that simple. As long as we hit that goal, I'll pick a winner, and then I'll increase the amount next week, and we'll just keep increasing it each and every week throughout the football season. So again, 3 easy steps. Number 1, make sure you like this video. Number 2, make sure you are subscribed. And number 3, make sure you leave a comment. There are so many games on Saturday. Just give out a game that you guys like for Saturday. And that is it. 3 easy steps and you will be entered in to win. And when I do my NFL video, I will pick the winner. So that's what we are going to do each and every weekend. Just one of the fun things we do here on the channel. So make sure you are subscribed so you always know when new videos pop up. And that is going to be the giveaway. Next, before we get into the college football action and the long shot parlays, I do want to mention my website, jblsportspicks.com. If you are interested in receiving my best bets each and every day, currently right now we have going on, of course, college football and the NFL. Week 1 begins Sunday. So excited. We're still smack dab in the middle of MLB as we are headed towards the playoffs. Same with the WNBA. Regular season is wrapping up. Another great season in the WNBA, but we'll definitely have some plays throughout the playoffs. We have CFL action going on. We have UFC on Saturdays. And then, of course, right around the corner, we have NHL and the NBA. So no better time right now to join. If you're interested in receiving my best bets each and every day sent directly to your email box, the website jblsportspicks.com is at the top of your screen. If you want to see my pick history, every pick I've ever given out is right there on the website. And of course, I have a special promotion to welcome in the football season, and it is right there at the top of the screen. Football 50. This matches my biggest promotion ever. 50% off any package of your choosing. I already make the packages super cheap as it is. You can take an additional 50% off any package of your choosing. Just use that promo code football50, all one word, all capital letters. It will get you 50% off. That is only good until the end of this month, and then it goes away. So take advantage of that. Like I said, no better time right now to join. We have action each and every day. So that's the website. That is how to get there. That is how to use the promotion code. All right, so that's the giveaway. That's my website. Now let's get to some college football action. So like always, we'll go ahead and recap what we did last week, and then we'll get into this week. So let me go ahead and pull up last week's long shot parlay. So again, if you're new to the channel, what I do for college football Saturdays, there are so many games, a lot of games that I like. I put them all together into what I call a long shot parlay. It's not necessarily a parlay that I'm recommending you guys to run. It's just a fun way for me to give out a bunch of plays that I like. So I kind of have 3 tiers of my plays. I have my best bets, and I save those for those of you who are a part of the village. Then I have a next set of games. These are my likes, the games that I bet on. And then I have another set of leans. Some I bet on, some I don't. Those I don't really give out. So those in the middle are the ones that I pick out and I put into a long shot parlay. Again, it's my fun way of giving you guys a bunch of different picks that I like. Last year we hit over 60% of these plays, so we did great things last year, and we're looking to do the same this year. So last week was our first attempt. We went 5-5, not the greatest, but not the worst either. So we'll just hit these really quick. We had Ball State at Kentucky. We had the over 45. I knew Kentucky was going to score a bunch of points. Didn't really look that impressive, but Ball State, not much of a defense. So Kentucky pushed that game over the 45. That one hit. We had Buffalo, Wisconsin. This one got pretty close. A lot of scoring in the second half, but that one did stay under the 56.5. So we started off 2-0. And then South Florida. South Florida looked really good in the first half. If I would have made that a first half play, that one would have came through. But Western Kentucky, when it was all said and done, the offense was too much, and South Florida could not keep up. So that one did not come through. North Texas, they were done from the start. Just really bad performance by North Texas. They get blown out at home by Cal. UTSA, this was a snooze fest, a low-scoring game. Neither team could really do anything. Could have gone either way, but they ended up losing by a field goal. Definitely expected much more from that UTSA team with all the experience that they have. Then we had another winner here with Texas A&M, 34.5. They cover that spread at home. We had the under in Middle Tennessee and Alabama. Alabama scored too many points in that one, so that one went over. West Virginia and Penn State. This is one of the bad beats of the week. This game was under all the way. Penn State had an opportunity to just kneel it out at the end. There was about a minute and a half left. Western Virginia wasn't calling any timeouts. Penn State could have just kneeled it out. Instead, they punch it in the end zone for a touchdown. And then on the first play for West Virginia's next drive, they throw a bomb, and just a bad defensive play. It was just one-on-one. The receiver beat the corner, and he was gone, and they scored a touchdown. So 2 touchdowns in about 10 seconds, and that pushed the game over. So that was definitely tough luck on that one. And then we finished with 2 winners. We had Illinois at home. That was a close game. Toledo gave them a run for their money, but Illinois pulled that one off. Then UCLA was our nightcap, and they covered the spread there against Coastal Carolina at home. So again, 5-5, not the greatest, not the worst. We'll take it to start off the season. So what I recommend with these long shot parlays is pluck out your favorites and do your favorite straight bets. That is how to beat the books. If you do want to do some parlays, I would recommend doing smaller 2, maybe 3 team parlays. But straight bets are definitely the way to go. But if you want to get crazy with me and throw in the long shot parlay, hey, whatever you guys decide to do with these plays is definitely up to you. So let's go ahead and jump into week number 2. So this video is not super long and boring. I'm not going to deep dive into these games. I'm just going to quick hit these games and keep it moving. So let me pull up this week's long shot parlay. This is a big one. This is going to pay out for me if it comes through over 25,000. So this is a huge parlay. I put this together on Caesars. I have been crushing it lately on Caesar Sportsbook, so I'm going to do the long shot parlay on that sportsbook and see if it brings me more luck. So it's another 10-team parlay. Again, I recommend plucking out your favorites and doing something smaller, but this is the long shot that I threw in. So starting with Kansas State -14 over Troy. So good game here. Troy is one of those sneaky good teams year after year, and this year is going to be no different. They bring back a lot of experience, but this is a really tough place to play, and I think Kansas State is just a better team overall, offensively, defensively, and special teams, all phases of the game. Kansas State is the better team. I do think Troy, with the experience, good coaching staff, they can keep this game close at halftime, but I'll be looking for K-State to pull away late. Next, we are going to go with Michigan -35 over UNLV. So when it comes to really big spreads, Michigan is one of my favorite teams to take. They are just one of the bullies in college football. They have no problem running up the score. They showed great defense last week. They won 30-3 against East Carolina, who typically has a really good offense. So shutting them down to 3 points. They only scored 30 themselves, but they were without their OC in that game. He does make his return this week, so I think that gives them a little extra boost. And I see them with another dominating win here. So give me Michigan -35 at home. Next, we're going to go with Ole Miss and Tulane. Out of all these games, this is one of the ones I want to watch the most. Ole Miss, I'm going with -7 on the road. So two ranked teams. Tulane, they got the job done last week, but it wasn't too impressive against South Alabama. Ole Miss here, I just think they're going to be too much. This is one of the most talented teams in all of college football. Defensively, they should be better than they were last year, and offensively, this is just a juggernaut each and every year with the Lane Kiffin offense. So also Tulane's quarterback Pratt, he got banged up pretty good last week. He's definitely going to play this week, but I doubt he'll be 100%. So I just think when it's all said and done, Ole Miss is just going to be too much for Tulane to handle. So give me Ole Miss to win this one by a touchdown. Next, we have Syracuse -24 over Western Michigan. So both teams are coming off FCS wins last week, but what a dominating performance by Syracuse. They won 65-0, and they didn't even score in the fourth quarter. They're just a great performance by them, even if it was a FCS foe. But new coaching staff for Western Michigan, and it's their first road game, tough environment. Syracuse better on offense and defense, and I think they cruise here. Next, we have Miami, Ohio -7 against UMass. So both teams here are coming off blowout losses to some pretty good teams. So you kind of have to throw those games out of the way. UMass has been one of the worst teams in college football year after year after year. So I'm just going to continue fading them until they prove otherwise. The best unit on the field in this game is going to be Miami over Ohio's defense. Defense travels, so I like Miami to win this game by at least a touchdown. Next, we're going to go with Oklahoma -14 over SMU. What a performance by Oklahoma last week. Definitely opened a lot of people's eyes. They are saying, don't forget about us. And I think they continue to roll here. Huge quarterback edge in this one with SMU's quarterback lacking the experience. He's going into a big stage here playing at Oklahoma. So we'll see if he gets rattled or not. But I think Oklahoma is just going to be too much for SMU to keep up with. So give me Oklahoma to win this one by 2 touchdowns at least. Georgia Southern is the next one, -7 over UAB. So both teams here are coming off easy wins against inferior opponents last week. But this is going to be a tough test for UAB, playing their first road game of the year, and they are one of the least experienced teams in the country, and they have a new head coach in Trent Dilfer. So this is just going to be a tough one for them, and I think Georgia Southern at home is going to take it by at least a touchdown. So give me Georgia Southern. Next, we have UConn. Let's get into some underdogs. This is one of my favorite underdogs of the weekend. They are taking on Georgia State. So Georgia State struggled last week against FCS opponent Rhode Island. Rhode Island is one of the better FCS teams. They actually played today. It looks like they won 35-14 against Stony Brook. So they bounced back. But they actually outgained Georgia State. I definitely expected better from Georgia State. UConn, they had a tough game last week against NC State, one of the better teams in the country, and they held their own. It was a close game at halftime. I think they ended up losing by 10. So very respectable, and they go down in class here against Georgia State. Again, the best unit on the field in this one is going to be UConn's defense. Team brings back almost all of their pieces from last year, so very experienced UConn team. And like I said, defense travels, and I think UConn will be able to keep this game within the touchdown, if not win outright. I'll definitely be sprinkling some on the money line here in this one. Next, back-to-back underdogs. My second favorite underdog of the week, Eastern Michigan, +21 against Minnesota. No question, Minnesota's the better team here, and they're at home, but this is just too many points for me from what I saw from Minnesota last week. Yes, they were playing I guess a decent Nebraska team, but that offense looks so bad. If it wasn't for some turnovers, they would have lost that game, and who knows how much they would have scored. They only ended the game with 13. It was a 13-10 game, so bad offenses from both teams. Eastern Michigan, not much better offensively. They struggled last week as well against a bad opponent, so that doesn't say much for them either. I think this is just going to be a low-scoring game. If Eastern Michigan can score some points early, I definitely like them to stay within 21. It's a low total. It's only at 48. So like I said, if Eastern Michigan can get a couple touchdowns in the first half, if their defense shows up, I definitely like them to stay within 21. And then last but not least, my nightcap is going to be the same as last week. UCLA, they covered for us last week. I'm taking them to cover for us again. This time they are taking on San Diego State on the road. And this one's going to be a battle of the strengths. We have the better offense, the much better offense in UCLA against the better defense in San Diego State. San Diego State also has a pretty good running game, which is pretty much their recipe for success every year. They like to run the ball, eat up the clock, play good defense, low scoring games. So I do think this game is going to be close up to halftime, but I'm looking for UCLA and that offense to pull away at the end here. So I'm going to take UCLA in the nightcap -10, and that is it. We ran through those games, so 10 different plays for you guys. No money lines this week. I did move some of the spreads a point or two. That is it. 10 different plays for you guys on college football Saturday on September the 9th. Again, I recommend plucking out your favorites and doing some straight bets, or maybe doing even some smaller parlays. But if you want to get crazy with me and try to hit this 10-teamer, maybe even add some more of your own picks to make it an even bigger parlay, not recommended. But it's always fun trying to hit the lottery in sports betting. But that is it. That is this week's long shot parlay for week number 2. Like I said, 10 different plays for you guys to do what you want with. If you want my best bets for Saturday, like I said, check out the website, jvillesportspicks.com, to sign up to start receiving your emails each and every day. Tomorrow we have, like I said, a full slate of college football. We have a full slate in the MLB. We do have 3 CFL plays as well. There's definitely one that I like, maybe even 2. So a bunch of different sports. Also UFC Saturday. Just so much action out there. So if you want my best bets each and every day, the website is where to go to sign up. Don't forget to use the promo code football50, all one word, capital letters, to get 50% off any package of your choosing. And don't forget giveaway Friday. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like this video and just put any comment in the comment section. If you want to be helpful, give out a play that you guys like on Saturday. And that is it. I will pick one winner in my NFL video, which I'll be doing here shortly, and that person is going to be the winner as long as we hit our goal of 25. You can only enter once, so it doesn't matter if you put 10 comments in the comment section. It's only going to count as one. Don't try to cheat the system. But that's going to wrap it up for me. It's late already, Friday night, so I'm going to wrap this up, upload this. Stay tuned for my NFL video tomorrow, week 1 of the NFL, where we try to hit our long shot teaser. And that's going to wrap it up for me. Good luck on Saturday with whatever plays you guys decide to do. I hope you guys sweep the board out there, get that money, and I will see you guys soon. Good luck.